Western County Court, David Schroeder.
Good evening. I'm Judge Schroeder from the Western County Court. I am very thankful and fortunate to be unopposed, and I'll be serving my first full 6-year term. Since I have been on the bench in 2013, since March of 2013, this job has changed dramatically. And I'm going to talk about two things in the few minutes that I have, the first being heroin. When I first took the bench, we would have an occasional heroin case. Now, heroin dominates our dockets. And it dominates it not so much in terms of the total volume, but the complexity of the issues. And I am here to tell you, if you're an older person like myself, if you have the mindset that the heroin user is some down-in-the-gutter derelict, that is completely inaccurate. And I invite you to come into my court or any court, these are public proceedings, and take a look at the people who are heroin addicts in this county. They are your neighbors, they are people who look like your children and grandchildren, and in some instances, in many instances, it is the saddest situation you will ever see. Once they reach the point where they're heroin addicted, it's very difficult for the courts and the justice system to do anything. We are moving in a number of different directions in this county. There is a prevention coalition, and from the judicial perspective, prevention is the most important thing. We have to get the message out to young people that you can never once try heroin or methamphetamine, because these substances will be with you for the rest of your life. And I think that as a society, we have failed to get that message across effectively. We're starting to coordinate efforts. We're starting to go into the schools and get this message across. But it is a very complex, a very serious problem, not just in this county, and I don't want people to misunderstand that. This problem is everywhere. Crawford County, Erie County, Pennsylvania, Geauga County, it is everywhere. It's just a few weeks ago, I think 7 people died in one day in Cleveland from heroin, and now there's some spin-offs from heroin. So it is a very, very serious problem that we need to look at, which directly relates to the next issue that I want to talk about, which is the county jail. We do have a limited jail size, but I am here to tell you that because of that limited jail size, we do work very well together. There's a perception, has been a perception, that people don't go to jail in Ashtabula County. We have a lot of mandatory sentences that need to be served, but shortly after I took office, Mr. Irochi took office, we took advantage of some of the changes in the state law, and we have pared down significantly the number of people waiting to serve their jail time. And I will tell you, never once have I ordered somebody go to jail immediately and had the sheriff's department tell me, no, we can't take them. We use these spaces judiciously. We try to use the experience that we have in deciding who needs to go to protect this community. That is the primary function that I believe I occupy, is to protect this community. But never once has an individual been turned away from the county jail. We do work together. As I've said, we've pared this list down. I also serve on the Community Corrections Board, which is the entity that the commissioners were talking about. These meetings that we're having are public meetings. I encourage you and your neighbors and everyone you know to come to these meetings. Everyone needs to understand this issue. There is no simple answer. We have a facility that is going to require many millions of dollars to repair at great inconvenience and expense. And when we repair that facility, we will still have the facility that we have now. Another alternative is to build a new facility. I will tell you, no one on this committee has their mind made up about anything as to what we should do, where we should do it, the cost of anything. We are doing the best job we can. Again, these are open meetings to bring this before the public. We want you to come. We don't have a magic bullet, but we want to consider all the options. We're going through the process now of hiring a consulting firm to update the community corrections plan, which is required under state law, and that plan will be making some recommendations. But this is a wide open process. We want you to participate and to see what's going on. I think Commissioner Claypool is correct. Ultimately, it will be the decision of the taxpayers of this county what we do with it. And we need to make the right decision, because we don't want to be here in 20 years saying we have to revisit this issue. So we're studying this. We're putting the best people possible together to study this issue to come up with the best alternatives. But I can assure you that what we have right now, we're all working very well together, and The justice is being moved forward in this county without delay because of the jail situation. We are meeting our obligations. We have greater needs, but we will address the problems that we have in this county.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I do have a question that came up. Can we jail ourselves out of the drug problem?
No. No facility could be large enough to jail our way out of it. What we need to do is reserve and save the jail space for the people who are traffickers, and we need to deal with the addicts. These addicts, as I said when I started, they are not the people you think they are. They are, in many instances, not bad people. They just have bad problems, and we have to get them directed to the resources to help them turn their lives around. And I do want to emphasize this, we do have success stories. I have people that stop me on a pretty regular basis and say that what happened when they were in court changed their life. It's a lifelong battle, and that's what I meant by it's always with you, but we need to save the jail space for the people who are trafficking, the drug deliverers, and deal with the people who are using otherwise if we can.
Thank you.